All right, so SABC News reporter Patricia, I think we have her back on the line. She is in Mamelodi. Concerned communities there are also calling on leaders to take action. Patricia, I believe you are speaking to various community members.
Well, indeed, Onati, we are getting the voices on the ground, the ordinary men and women who tell us what exactly their daily lived experiences are. And just a few minutes ago, we spoke to some who spoke about the high levels of crime. That is one of the elements that they really battle with daily. But I want to bring in a community activist, somebody who works very closely with these issues and who fight alongside community members daily where they try to battle out some of these challenges. And I'm speaking to Themba Masango from Not In My Name. Mamelodi, Easterus is just next door. It's also these communities where in the last couple of weeks where we saw the bodies of women that were found at a railway line that's literally 5 minutes away from here. When we hear these stories about crime, we remember those bodies. It's Women's Month, yet we're dealing with such horrific incidents. As an activist, what do you make of the National Convention dialogue that's taking place, that is taking a deep dive into some of these challenges?
Well, I hope it's a deep dive because, when we were listening to the President's speech, with all due respect, I feel it was a big gaslight to the nation because he was saying we need to find out why unemployment is still at the rate it is, why women are still getting paid less than their male counterparts, why gender-based violence and femicide is still at this point. Don't we elect leaders every 5 years? Haven't we been in democracy for the last 30 years? Don't we elect them as masses of the country to go to parliament and literally have a dialogue every day about issues that we've elected them on so that they can answer these questions? Furthermore, I also just want to find out what is actually the criteria of people actually being at the convention. Did they actually, engage activists on the ground, communities on the ground, civil-led organizations that are literally on the ground, or is it the high-end ones that were the names that were read out and people were shouting and clapping in the hall? But do they know the lived experiences of the everyday South African on the ground here? As you were saying, less than 2 minutes away here, there is bodies of women being put there by a so-called serial killer that might be on the loose every single week. We are counting 6 now. We were at court the other day, you'd know. So, it just feels for us that perhaps this is a very expensive podcast that is being cited and then that is saying that, it's going to gather the masses of this country. These are things that they should have been answering for the past 30 years and assisting us get there. Will it bring forth fruit? We really hope so. And we are patriots. We really want this thing to work and to... but honestly, I just feel that it is, sugarcoating and painting white the surface and not actually getting to the ground and actually doing the right thing.
Why are they not getting to the ground? We've got so many leaders in this country, whether it is the political muscle, activists such as yourself, even journalists as myself. Where is it going wrong? Where is the dislink between the ordinary people on the ground and those who are in leadership?
I think it's disingenuous. Once they're in there, they forget it. You've got blue lights, you've got, aircons in your offices now. You're eating better, and then there's a gap between you and the communities that you're serving. And what is most important is that you should never forget where you come from and the struggle you fought to be there. And then when you are at these places such as Parliament and really make sure that you are representing the constituency that has put you there, because it's not like these issues are not known. It's not like they don't know that femicide is 5.1 times higher than anywhere in the world. It's not like they don't know that unemployment is sitting at over 32% in this country. It's not like they don't know that the payment gaps between genders is so much, and that crime in this country is so much. I mean, I just watch you guys when you're around here. We have to be, just making sure everything is safe around us. Why? For the past 30 years, and all of a sudden now we must get together and have a national dialogue that is led and sponsored by government. Really, are we fixing for elections that are actually coming up? Those are the skeptic questions people are going to be asking. Or do we really care? And I feel that a lot of them have lost the genuineness. It's about getting in there, looting, getting as much money as you possibly can, and I just hope we had extra Mkwanazis in this country.
Right, thank you so much. And ultimately, it is a message, I think, from everyone that it's time for action. Enough, empty promises, enough just having these talk shops. It is time that the promises that have been made over the past 3 decades in this country to ordinary citizens, it's time that those promises are realized. And it's time to bring the active change to people on the ground in communities such as these, where we are in the heart of the capital city, Mamelodi. You've got Eersterus that is just next door, and they're really crying about the very same issues that people here in Mamelodi are crying for, and that is for a government that is working for its people.